Samsung's Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is a premium phone which packs some powerful features. Even though it's expensive, it has some unique features. However, there is a common question that arises in the minds of most people, which is it really worth the price? In an attempt to answer that, we'll have a look at all the perks and drawbacks of this smartphone, and then you can decide whether or not it's worth such a hefty price. First of all, let's take a look at the specs for the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. It hosts a 6.9-inch AMOLED Infinity O screen, which supports WQHD Plus resolution and a 120 Hz variable refresh rate. Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is made up of a glass and metal body having a curved display, which is also known as Edge Display. It comes with a special Corning Gorilla Glass design named Gorilla Glass Victus. This Gorilla Glass offers protection from getting scratched and breaking in case of gentle falls. Major updates to the design are the changes made to the power and volume buttons. These buttons used to be on the left-hand side, making it a little uncomfortable for people who are used to having the buttons on the right side. With the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, the buttons have been restored to the rightful place, which is the right side of the phone. The left side of the phone does not have any buttons. On the top edge of the phone, there is a SIM micro SD card tray and microphone, whereas the bottom side, the USB-C port, S Pen, speaker, grill, and another microphone are located. The processor used in the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G version is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus. In the 4G version, Samsung's Exynos 990 processor is used. For software, Samsung's Galaxy Note 20 Ultra uses Android 10 and One UI 2.5. The phone comes with a 4500 mAh battery and supports 25-watt wired charging and 15-watt wireless charging. If the refresh rate is set at 120 Hz, the battery can be expected to last for at least a day with a screen-on time of 7 hours. If it's set to 60 Hz, then you can expect to get a day and a half with screen-on time of 8 hours. If the phone is being continuously used at a 120 Hz refresh rate, it can last up to 3 hours and 50 minutes. At a 60 Hz refresh rate, it might last around 4 hours. Not much of a big difference, as you can see. Using the wired charger takes around 71 minutes for a full charge, and in under 15 minutes you can get a charge of up to 31%. On the other hand, while using a wireless charger, the charging requires a lot more time, and reverse wireless charging is even slower. The rear camera hosts a 108 megapixel PD-OIS wide-angle lens, a 12 megapixel telephoto lens with optical 5x zoom, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide lens, and laser autofocus. The front camera comes with 10 megapixel. Videos can be shot 8 kilobytes at 24 frames per second in 16:9 or 21:9 ratios. The time of flight feature that's available on the S20 Ultra is not available in the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. However, a unique zoom feature is present, which offers up to 50x zoom. The zoom is stable and operates perfectly up to about 20 times zoom, and it can be a bit shaky at 50 times zoom. White balance and noise reduction of the camera are quite satisfactory. The laser autofocus tool helps in capturing the photos with ease. Low light performance is also quite effective when compared to previous models from Samsung. The selfie camera, even though being 10 megapixels, is quite effective. The pictures taken with the help of the selfie camera are clear even without using the portrait mode, and in the absence of a TOF sensor that can be found in the S20 Ultra. Some other major camera features include night mode, single take, etc. Single take is accessible by pressing the shutter button for 3 to 10 seconds, upon which to provide 9 different types of photos based on the footage available. Some examples of the photo types provided by the single-take mode are AI Best Shot, Boomerang, etc. The Galaxy Note Ultra is constructed in such a way that there's no chance for water or dirt to get into it. Having the IP68 rating makes it the best choice among the water-resistant phones available these days. The stylus of the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, also known as the S Pen, is one of a kind when it comes to writing. Samsung continuously makes efforts in providing the best user experience when using a stylus. The Samsung Notes application is more powerful than ever before. Some of the most excellent features added to the Notes app include PDFs, setting templates, the ability to export to PowerPoint, the ability to add bookmarks, automatically straighten text, etc. Samsung's desktop-like environment known as DeX allows the user to stream the desktop wirelessly to a television. Almost all TVs that support Miracast can handle DeX streaming. In rare cases, there might be some technical difficulties. People can efficiently multitask even after connecting to a secondary device. After connecting to a TV, the Note 20 Ultra changes to a touchpad for navigating the screen. With the help of UWB, known as Ultra Wideband, files can be transferred between two Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra phones. This is somewhat similar to Apple's AirDrop feature. A huge downside to this feature is that files can only be transferred between two Galaxy Note 20 Ultra mobiles and no other model, not even the Note 20. This unit is available in 3 colors: Mystic Black, Mystic Bronze, and Mystic White. Notice a trend there? It comes in 2 models, which are a 128GB internal memory and a 512GB internal memory. Both models come with standard 12GB LPDDR5 RAM and support a micro SD card of up to 2 terabytes. The price varies depending upon how much internal memory you buy. The 128GB model is priced at $1,299.99, and for the 512GB model, you can expect to pay $1,449.99. Well, we've looked at the specs. Now let's have a look at the pros and cons of the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra at a glance. First, the advantages. The phone has a brilliant 6.9-inch 120Hz display. The hardware used in manufacturing the phone is of high quality. There's updated and better S Pen performance. It has the ability to stream Xbox games. Powerful camera with a 50x zoom and laser autofocus. And now, a look at some of the disadvantages. The price is very high, and most other phones offer similar features at lower cost when compared to this model. The design is not comfortable for most people, as the camera bump is pretty big and the curved display does not provide a better grip. The ultra-wideband feature would have been even better if it could be used between other models of Samsung, such as S20 Ultra and Note 20. Battery life is average. The phone often gets heated, which is a common issue among most phones in this range. Our conclusion on the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is that it's a good phone, and that it can be considered as more than a phone since it has the features of a computer as well as a gaming console. People who used past versions of the Samsung Galaxy Note, such as Note 8 or Note 9, will be very pleased with the new updates to this device. However, it would have been great if the price were just a little less. Devices like OnePlus 8 Pro might provide some great features similar to this phone at a lower price rate. Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is not an outstanding phone in any of the discussed categories, and many smartphones have exceedingly great performance in each of the important aspects. We look at it, we think this is just an average mobile phone.